Hello everyone, welcome to the Kitchen Table Craft Club. Grab a drink, pull up a chair, and come sit with me. Hello, it's so great to have all of you guys together again. I am having a nice iced water because the weather here in California is just a little bit warm, and so I need some hydration. And it's been a while since I've made a video. I think the last update I gave was probably around spring break time. So I have obviously had a lot of things happening because it's currently like a little past the mid part of May. I think it's like May 18th or 19th today. So yeah, school is officially over, which is super exciting. Did finals, everything's done. So now I'm kind of just trying to relax a little bit. Let's get into what we're gonna do today. As all of you probably, if you're diamond painting a lot, have a bunch of Diamond Art Club toolkits. I think Diamond Art Club has some of the best toolkits. Honestly, let's say the best toolkits. I think that they've done a lot of research and development into the ergonomic pen, the trays, all of those things. And so I really like their toolkits. But we're going to work on this today. It is a mini kit. So this little green sticker here, I found this at my local thrift store. I shop at a thrift store called Thrifty Bargain. It's my favorite thrift store in my local area. We also have a Goodwill. I'm not really into the business practices of Goodwill, so there goes Freddie. So I don't really shop there, but I do shop at my local Thrifty Bargain. And this is a Make Market kit, which I believe comes from Michael's. I will double check. If I need to clarify something, I'll probably put it over here somewheres. Also, as you see behind me, this is Primrose, my finished kit that is framed. It is now a hidden, it's a hidden cabinet door. So along this side here is a piano hinge, and then I 3D printed some brackets to keep her closed. And so you just pull it out open, and there's a lot of junk in there. I need to organize it. Yes, hello Rylers. My dog Riley is right here. I would take my camera and show you, but it took me a good second to get you guys all set up with so I have a craft light that has like a ring light, and then like an overhead light, and then like a little clampy thing. I got it when Joann's was going out of business. I think I paid like $30 for it. Felt like it was a good deal at the time. And Riley, go lay down. Go lay down. Come on, go lay down. And so I have like a 3D printed like phone holder that on the clip that holds my phone. So that's kind of like the setup behind the scenes. But yeah, I have some mini kits in my wish list. And so, and I enjoy a mandala. So I kind of wanted to, since this one was $3.99, and then on Sundays, if you have like if you spend $25, they stamp the back of your receipt and you get 50% off Sunday. So this was $2. And everything's in here, nothing was opened. So I also thought that was a very good deal. And then a friend of mine, Nathalie, you've seen her on a couple other videos on the channel. She was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, and she found a woman selling 2 of these bottle case storage. As you guys know, most of all of my other storage options are bottle case storage. They are both the single layer. So the one that I keep at my work is a double layer, but this one is a single layer. So yeah, looks like we've got all of our, we're gonna put our trash in the box so that we can throw it away. It looks like these are rounds, probably acrylics, just based off of what I know from the price point of the Make Market kits at Michael's. These are not a sticker sheet. This is just a legend. So I think it looks like there's quite a large instruction sheet with pictures, both in English and Espanol. Let's see. I think I have a Sharpie somewhere. Let me find that Sharpie. We will pause and reconvene. Okay, we do in fact have a Sharpie. Let's see. We have 32 colors. I feel like that's a good amount of colors, I do think. Got everyone labeled. Have some scissors. Let's get started. So, I do also have this guy here. Ooh, look at how pretty. Same friend, Natalie, she went to TJ Maxx and she saw this at TJ Maxx. She took the price tag off, so I don't know how much it was. And so, she brought that little crafty thing. So I kind of want to know if that is a craft that you guys are interested in seeing me doing. I have done a couple of these like miniatures before, like miniature book nook kits. My mom is really into miniatures, and I've gone to miniature fairs, one miniature fair with her. Also, my sister's future mother-in-law, my sister's engaged to an amazing man. His name is Will, and they're both amazing people, and I love them, and I know that they will be watching my video. And they also shared my channel with her future mother-in-law, Trini. Hello, everyone. And Trini also does miniatures. So I think that that would be super exciting to maybe go to one in San Diego, because that's kind of like the closest big city to where they live. Also, I have my ugly scissors, because I couldn't find my regular nice scissors, but that's okay. So yeah, I want to hear what everybody else has been up to. So we got back from spring break. Spring break was nice. The girls, I went with the agency, and they do like a spring break trip with like a big group of exchange students. I think there was like 16 or so of them. And I was one of the like chaperones and like people that drove kids down to Southern California. And we did Universal Studios and Knott's Berry Farm. And the kids seemed to like really enjoy it and had a great time. I am not the biggest like extreme roller coaster fan. It was during Boysenberry Festival, so I was very excited to go to Knott's Berry Farm during Boysenberry Festival so that I could try all the boysenberry foods. So that's why I went. So yeah. I also got to meet up with Mary and Will, and we went to this amazing little Chinese, because I love Asian food, any type of dumpling, noodle, Asian inspired dish from, you could name anywhere in Asia, and I'm all about that. I believe it was in Carlsbad, I think, and they had this, Mary ordered like her favorite dish, I ordered like, you know, something that like I thought I would like, and come to find out, shocker here as well, Mary's favorite dish also was my favorite dish. I was like, this is a life-changing, it was like thinly sliced like crispy pork, I believe, and then this beautifully like roasted eggplant, and it was so good. I dream of that dish on a regular basis. Their pot stickers were also very good. Oh, there goes Freddie. I also, they had like a homemade chili oil that like went beautifully. It was very good, very, very good. Mary also told me recently that she went to Din Tai Fung, and so that was exciting because the first time I went to Din Tai Fung was with the girls. Obviously, it's all over the internet, heard so much about it, and so I knew that one had opened in downtown Disney during Christmas time. We were at Disneyland Christmas, we went the 23rd, I believe, and then, no, 22nd, and then we had a break day, and then we were there Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And so on Christmas Day, I was like, okay, what are we gonna have for like Christmas Day dinner? And I was like, ooh, I would really love to go to Din Tai Fung. And it was pouring rain. I could not get a reservation. It was really hard. And so because it was raining, hardly anyone was in the park. It was completely empty. We walked on so many rides. It was a great time. Even though we were wet, but like once you got like soaking wet and you kind of got used to it, it was kind of like, okay, we're good. And we had ponchos. Like I tried to be as prepared and as ready as possible for any event. But because the park was so empty, and I think because people were not really like, you know, wanting to like get in to like, you know, come into the park when it's pouring rain, they had a reservation open up. So I was lucky that I got us a reservation. We went in there. It gave us an opportunity to change into dry socks and kind of just relax and not be in the rain. And it was very good. Very, very good. I also have heard that they are going to take the rice cakes off the menu, which is kind of sad because though I did not order the rice cakes, I was very curious because I love rice cakes. So there is no Din Tai Fung close to me. The closest one is in San Jose, which is about 3 hours. And so that's probably not going to happen. Let's see. What else? We can talk about school. So school went good. I took all my finals. I got excused from a couple finals because like my like grades and attendance were so good that like my professor excused the final. And then one class didn't have a final. So that was nice. And then I had one final for my online class. Took that on Monday because I wanted to get it out of the way. And then I had another final for my data analytics class. Took that final, and my data analytics teacher asked me to be her TA. So I asked her like what the hours were, you know, like commitment wise, because some of you, I don't know if I've talked about this, but I probably have. I work at my school's vet center. It's a veterans education and transition services. So we assist veterans and their dependents with their education benefits. Make sure that, I pretty much just answer questions, help people, you know, like fill out the paperwork correctly. Not to receive not to like figure out if they're eligible for benefits, but to like from the school side of things. My office also has a certifying official, and he goes in and he's the one who like double checks everyone's classes and does like the final release for the VA. So if anybody has any questions about like education, like California specific benefits for veterans or the dependents of veterans, put them in the comments. I will do my best to answer any ones that you have. So yes, I work in that office at my school, and so it's pretty chill, and we I just didn't want like during the semester like to like have a commitment to like one position and then, you know, like be like, oh, there's, you know, other things that, you know, I like other things that I've committed to, you know what I mean? So she said that the time commitment was only 2 hours a week. And so I was like, yeah, sure, I can do that if you want, you know? So yeah, that was really cool, I think. And then, she said, like, I sent her an email saying, yeah, like, I'll do it. And then I didn't know, like, what the application process was like or anything like that. And so she was like, I think she's like, we have to wait until, like, school, like, closer to when school is starting. So it'll probably be sometime in August. And then, let's see. I applied for a student assistant position with the California Department of Tax and Fees, and my interview is on Friday. So we'll see if I get that position. I'm concerned a little bit that like with having my exchange students, because like they are going home June 3rd and June 12th. And so I'm kind of concerned with having like my two students that, you know, like having to take a couple days off for them to go home and for the next set to arrive. Cause I have, my new students for next year, they get here August 7th. And they are from Spain and Brazil. And so, yeah, I just want, you know, I don't know. I feel like there might be the possibility that it'll be like, oh, like, we really like her as a candidate, but like, she can't do this student assistant position because she's going to be missing like too many days of work, essentially. And that's not including like if like, so in July sometime, is when like I have like another infusion. So like that's not including like just like medical stuff, you know, like, so I don't know what they will say, but I will try to knock my interview out of the park, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not exactly sure what else is going on. I have not planned any trips for the summer. Last summer, Nathan and I and my parents went to Alaska on a cruise. We went with Princess Cruises, and we left out of San Francisco. Hello, Freddie. No. Come on. Come on, Freddies. Oh, I know. Big stretch. Yep, you tell them. Come on. So we went on, we left out of San Francisco, which was like easy enough for us to drive, because my boyfriend is very tall, and like flying for him, I believe would be kind of difficult. And so, we haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, let's, okay, say bye, Freddie. We haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, let's go and, did I mix two of these together? I hope not. Oh, there it is. Give myself a heart attack. So the thing is Princess has cruises that leave out of San Francisco. In the winter time, it's to Hawaii, and in the summertime, it's to Alaska. It's an 11-day cruise to Alaska that we did. I honestly thought it was a sweet spot as far as cruises go. I've gone on like a short, like 4 or 5 day cruise. And I felt like just when I was starting to like get accustomed to like the boat and where things were, it was time to pack up and go home. So I honestly think that cruising for like 7 days or longer is like kind of the best, like option as far as cruising, in my opinion. We went to Alaska. It was a great trip. However, my mom ended up getting sick while we were on the cruise. She's okay now, but she's still like dealing with like the insurance and stuff like that of it all, which is really unfortunate. Always get travel insurance when you travel long distances or go on a cruise. I think it's a must, in my opinion. It's not even an opinion. You should absolutely get it. And if you don't, then like it could be detrimental. Too many Americans are one paycheck away, live paycheck to paycheck. They are one health tragedy away from being homeless. If you get travel insurance, like it kind of helps. Like it's the bureaucracy of it all, but it kind of helps, I guess. And that is one of my many points and arguments for universal health care, but we don't have that in the US. So anyway, I said all of that to say that I don't have a trip planned this year for summer. If I do get the so I had applied for all, like they had 3 audit positions open. I had applied for those And then I ended up getting like an interview. So they sent me like the positions that I'm interviewing for, and there's 2 of them. It's in the same department, but one's in like the accounting and one's in the audit section. So I feel like, I guess I'm interviewing for 2 positions is kind of what I got from that. So yeah. Let's see. We also, what else? So I mean, if that does happen, then like that kind of is going to change like a lot of like my summer plans. But as of right now, I need to be working on my bathroom. So last year, my boyfriend like did the demolishing of the shower, and I need to, and then we also retiled my shower, and so for like that being the first time that like I did tiling of like such a big project, I was really happy with how it turned out, and I didn't have too many meltdowns, and so I need to finish the rest of the bathroom, and I need to get a new toilet. So I've made like a list, but pretty much I need to do like drywall work, I need to paint, I need to put the new sink in, I need to also put the I need to put the new toilet in. I need to figure out if because I would love, so right now my toilet, like, so this is my hallway and the bathroom is at the end of this hallway, and it's essentially the width of the hallway, and my toilet is like in between the hallways. So like, again, I said my boyfriend is very tall, and so like he has to like spread his legs like this. That might be like TMI, but like it's like when I am going to the bathroom, like my knees hit the wall, and so like it's not really like great, you know what I mean? And so I would love to rotate the toilet, either rotating it 90 degrees or putting in a corner toilet, because I think corner toilets are cool. So I guess it depends. And so yeah, I need to paint, I need to put the new toilet in, I need to, I need to shift like the water supply for the sink. Right now it's like kind of spread apart, and I ended up getting a pedestal sink, and so in order to hide the water supply hoses, you have to put them like closer together, so like you have like the elbow, right, that goes out, you know, as you're plumbing, and then you have your hot and cold water, and so I need to bring one of them in and kind of clean up. There's just a bunch of caulking everywhere. Like my grandfather or whoever did repairs, they just love to just caulk everything, and it looks disgusting. So I need to do some like drywall repair there. I think I'm just going to cut the circle out. And then I believe it's copper piping. So, I'm going to have to, solder those things together. I was like, in my brain, I was like, weld, and I was like, weld's not the right word, Margaret. So yeah, I have to solder, new pipes together, and I think I might just do shark bites, but I don't know. We did shark bites for the shower. Sometimes it makes me nervous because I never know because I feel like people talk about shark bites failing, And so I'm just like, please don't fail me, please. You know, so anyway. The only thing is, like, all of, like, my other, like, plumbing, this house is old, and so, it has, cast iron pipes. Ugh, it's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare, let me tell you. So, yeah. But that's something I really want to get done. I also, would like to hire a company to come and re-enamel the girls' bathtub. So I kind of like, at the time when I was getting new students, I was on much more of a tighter budget than I am now, fortunately. But at the time, I did like waterproof, like peel and stick tile. And I essentially turned it was just a bathtub, and I turned the bathtub into a shower. And so I have like the bathtub spigot, or like the tub pour spout. It has like an external, like hose connector. And so, and then it has like the diverter. So I just twisted it on. So it essentially, when you have like your tub shower combos, there's the diverter, and it just stops the water from coming out into the bathtub and pushes the water up through the hose to your shower head. And so in a regular house, right, that has this as like a built-in feature, this is something that is like, this is happening behind the wall, essentially, of your bathroom. So I figured out that I just need to be able to do this, but externally, right? So I put waterproof and like mold paint, essentially, on the walls, and then I stuck the peel and stick waterproof tiles on, and then I put the tub diverter on, and I got like a detachable shower head, and attached that, and it's done really good for like the past 3 years. The only thing is I got like enamel epoxy, because it was like, back in the 70s they had like that pink brown color tile and bathtubs, and that's what the color of the bathtub was, and it didn't really match anything, so I was like, oh, I'll just paint it white. And so I did the countertops and the bathtub in that paint, and I sanded, I did all these things. It is atrocious. It looks awful. It scrapes so easily. I hate it so much. And so like, I just need to have a company come out and re-enamel the bathtub. So I do need to do that. Because obviously, like, thinking that I could, like, it literally, like, it was instant. Like, it didn't even last, like, at all. And so sometimes DIY, I can DIY a good amount of things, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So, let us see which ones we have. So I kind of like that one, but it's kind of purpley. I like this one too. It's like purple and blue. I feel like it's looking more green on camera. I like this one. It's like yellow, blue, red, purple. I also like this one. This one's like green, yellow. This one I like the best so far. This one's like pink and some colors. I also like this one. This one's like purple, pink, yellow. We'll see what time we're at and see because it's 11:30 now. I kind of want this video to maybe be an hour, so like a work along type of thing, because so with the ending of school and my schedule changing, my boss has us working like a morning shift and an afternoon shift. So I am there from 12 to 5, and then there's like another group of people that are there from 8 to 12, I think. And so yeah, we can also talk about this. That will keep us entertained for a good little bit, that's for sure. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So my boss has us working like these schedules, and so I, have my mornings free after I drop off the girls. Nathan's gone to work, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll clean the house. And so I'm like, I need a body double with someone, essentially, to get done what I need to get done. So yeah. Ooh, satisfying. Interesting. This has like some cloudiness happening here. I don't know if it's water damage. It might be water damage. I feel like the canvases don't seem to have water damage. Also, these are partial, so the only thing that's sticky is like the actual picture part. So yeah, I think since these are mandalas, I think I'm gonna work from the center out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, like I'm struggling a little bit with, like the executive dysfunction, or just, needing to figure out what I'm doing. Also, this is the ergonomic pen with the wax. I like the wax more than the putty. But let's see, she should start calling out her herd soon. Okay. There she is. Excellent. So yeah, I called my sister at work, and I'm like, hi Mary, I need your help. I need to body double with you. Please help me. And so, but I can't do that every day, so I'm like, okay, well, we gotta figure something else out, as far as what do we do to body double to try and get, things accomplished. So yeah. But back to I think work drama is a stretch. I don't think it's work drama. So I, because my office is a veterans office, everybody who works there, if you can be a dependent of a veteran and work there, absolutely. But everyone that does work there currently, are all veterans, except for one girl. She's kind of like, she's our office, my boss calls her an office assistant. I feel like she does a lot more than just be an office assistant, and I'm pretty sure she also has she has multiple positions, and so she's doing the work of multiple people. She's very on top of her crapola. She's great. Her name is Karen. Anyway, so she's the only other woman in the office, and everyone else are men. And we have a mixture of people from the Air Force. We have Navy people. We have Army people. We We don't have any Marines, but we do, you know, we have a mixture of all kinds of people, obviously. And so, I have this one lovely coworker. So his brother, was in the Army, was a medic, and started going to school. His brother and I got hired around the same time, or actually we started the same semester. Like, so our first days were were both the same. So the brother, he was in the Navy. Oh, what were you? I think you were here. So his brother was in the Navy, and he recently got out. And this is an older brother. So older brother is 32, and younger brother is like 20. He's like 23, 24. He's young, and he acts like he's the same age as me. And I was like, bruh, I'm 30 in July. I was like, the amount of growing and changing you do from 23 to 30, astronomical. Like, just 23 to 25, like, I'm a completely different person between those 2 years, you know. So anyway, he offered a place for his brother to stay. So older brother lives with younger brother, and younger brother's girlfriend. Younger brother did older brother's VA claim for disability. He did his application for school. And since he was living with younger brother, he doesn't have friends in the area. It took me a whole year of adjustment and transition after the military to feel like a human being again. Like, it took a number on me. And I felt like I was pretty prepared. Like, I didn't have any other life stressors, and it still took me a year, to kind of just like function like a regular person, I guess. And so this guy was hanging out with his brother, helped with an event after the semester had started, and bada bing, bada boom, older brother now has a job in our office. Everyone else who has ever worked in this office, essentially we had to hang out at the office and just be around, and we also have a veterans club, and so you help out with the club, you essentially have to prove that you can work here, but older brother didn't have to do that, because younger brother essentially got him a job. And I'm also younger brother is not acknowledging the work and the assistance that he has done to help older brother in this process. Older brother doesn't seem to, in my opinion, be appreciative. This could totally be biased because I've worked with younger brother more. I've gotten in disagreements with younger brother. I've gotten where I'm yeah, I agree with you. It's fine. The thing is, older brother, because of his difficulty transitioning to civilian life, is just very, very angry. And if you've been around veterans who are struggling with transition, you might understand what I'm saying. But a lot of times, like, you're in like a completely new environment, and the military has a tendency to really foster the fight response in the fight, flight, freeze situation, right? And so like that's why like so many veterans have like just being in the military causes people to you didn't come into the military with an anxiety disorder, but you definitely left with one. And so he is not adjusting well, and like he's just angry. Like you can like just feel it in his like vibe, his aura. He's an angry dude. And one day I was because we have like a front part and a back part. I was sitting in the front, and he was like in like our quiet study room, and he had the door open, which you can do. You can have the door open or closed, like whatever level of privacy you want to have. Typically, if someone's in there, like, you know, it's kind of like a, hey, don't disturb me type of situation. But he's in there, and so he he starts having an issue with his Outlook, and he starts like hitting the desk and like yelling at his computer, and you know, like we all have like our triggers and issues, and so I had to take a step out of the office, and later on when I came back, I had a conversation with my boss, and I was like, hey, I was like, I needed to take a step out because, like, you know, not only was that not professional, but like, and I shouldn't have to work in an environment like that. But I was like, he obviously needs help. He needs mental health assistance. He needs to talk to someone. Like, this is not okay. Like, you can't just, like, I'm like, because at a certain point, like, what's stopping him from having an outburst, and like hitting a wall, punching a hole in the wall, getting in a disagreement with someone. Also, he's just like slow to pick up like everything like in the office, you know, like he'll be like, oh, what is your question? And he'll write down their question, and then he'll be like, okay, I'll call you back. Instead of like, and the most basic stuff, like instead of like answering their question, like he just like goes and asks my boss. And that's not really like the purpose of us. And so I let my boss know that, and pretty much like this is not gonna be a shocker to pretty much any of you. Nothing has really changed, other than he refuses to talk to me. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't need to talk to you either. So like if, like at a certain point, it's like, I'm going to match your energy, you know what I mean? And so, and this is not to include like all of the times that he like just says the most misogynistic shit. And like, again, like you're coming from a military environment where that's considered pretty normal. He worked in a nuclear submarine. So like at a certain, like when he first was in the military, women were not allowed to be in nuclear submarines. And so he was literally on a boat with all dudes. And I guess like more recently they have allowed women on the submarine. But yeah, like you're stuck down there, you're not coming up, like, it's pretty rough, you know? So, like, the stuff that's acceptable to say in the military shouldn't be acceptable, but it is. And so, but it's not acceptable in a professional environment, let alone like a collegiate environment, where you know, are going to college. Keep in mind, this kid is also going, 32-year-old freaking man, is going to school for psychology. The empathetic part of his brain has not turned on yet. It's still in transit, from Amazon. That was funny. So, like, I remember one day, like, where I was vibrating with anger after this situation. But, like, on Fridays, my office, we do office lunch. And we go to, like, the dorm cafeteria. It's kind of like, buffet style. They have different, like, they have a pizza section, a Mexican section, a daily specials, vegetarian, you know, like the fry, you know, like chicken strips, fries, cheeseburgers. They also have a salad bar. Excellent salad bar. And so we go, on Fridays, because it's Spirit Day. And if you wear like college merch, you get a discount, and it's $8, for lunch. So we all go, and, as we're there, you know, enjoy, like, you know, I'm in line. He and another guy are also in line. And he's talking about some girl, and, I don't know if it was a relative or who it was, like, in relation to him, but, like, he essentially, like, calls this girl a slut, like, actually a slut, and then starts slut shaming her, and he's like, well, you know, like, maybe it's because, like, she was abused as a child, and so, like, that's why, like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I was vibrating with anger. And this was the beginning of lunch, because my first stop is the salad bar. And I was, like, so shocked by what he said, that I honestly felt like even if I were to, like, respond, it was so late, like, it was late in the, you know, and he would be like, why are you bringing this up, blah, 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 right? So, like, in that scenario, you know, like, you know, it's a little late to be bringing up, like, him saying that or whatever. And I was just, the thing is, I shouldn't be shocked, because this is, like, very normal, par for the course type of behavior, like, from veterans and many men, nowadays, or all days. And at the end of the day, I was more frustrated and upset with myself for not saying something, and, like, I really wanted to publicly shame that man so bad. And so, after that, I just don't really, I just try my best to not really interact with him that much. I have also had other meetings with my boss. So we had like the I had an exit interview. So like our contracts renew each semester. And I was like, you know, I like, in the gentlest way possible, like, I'm like, I don't want to be scheduled like anywhere near him or around him. So yeah. My boss has done that. So like the morning shift is is when he and his younger brother are in the office, and then the afternoon shift is when I'm in the office. And so that's kind of how we are there. So yeah, I just I don't know. I guess I wish my boss was like more on my side, you know? Like, I think he's handling it like not how I would handle it, but I mean, I guess, you know? So I don't know. Maybe the thing is I know I'm not asking too much. So like I can't say that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. One of my favorite coworkers is graduating. He got his degree in like computer animation. And like his wife is like so cool. She worked on like the Outlander premiere. And so like she went to the premiere and like he showed me pictures that she sent. Like it was, I'm like, you know, I'm like, she's so cool. So then I have like one other coworker that I like, and his girlfriend also very cool. We have a lot of like similar crafts and hobbies, and I got to meet her in person. We do like a veteran graduation ceremony, and she came not because he was graduating, but like there was just like a ton of extra food. And so she came to the event and like took some food extras. They had like a really good charcuterie board. Honestly, like I was like, wow. I was like they had the Associated Students cater it, and I was like, honestly, like this is pretty good. Like Associated Students did pretty good job, you know. I was very happy. And so they took some things home. And I got to meet her, and I was like, yeah, like have your boyfriend give you my phone number, like it's in like the work group chat, like we can get together and do a craft day. I haven't told her that I have a YouTube channel, so maybe that would be cool if she wanted to come onto the channel and meet with you and like chit chats. So yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Let's see. I think we're doing pretty good. It's been about an hour. Finish up. I think what we'll do is we'll end up finishing this one mandala. And then I will get ready and go to work. So yeah, But other craft things. So we have this guy. We have these little minis. Maybe I'll do like a chat with like the girls before they go home, because they only have like 2 weeks left of school. One of them goes home in the middle of finals week because she has her college university exams back home, and so she needs to do those before like a certain date. And so the biggest priority was like her not missing prom, and like, you know, like her grades, you know, like not suffering or, you know, like in any way, you know. So she's front loading a lot of her finals so that those are taken care of by the time she goes home. So yeah, but maybe we'll get them on for another video before they go home, and everybody can do a little mandala. I think that would be fun. But also like different video options as well. I also want to go through my wish list and kind of like narrow it down. So I know I did like my like the list of the paintings that I have like in my house. So like my stash list video. And I did that I did like a Zoom meeting and recorded it. And then like edited it for the channel. So I feel like that like kind of same type of format, but it just might be longer, you know, because like my wish list is pretty long. So yeah. What else? I could do like another ASMR video. I need to figure out like my so like I use CapCut as my editor, and CapCut is run for TikTok, and even though like I'm not putting videos on TikTok because like it's such a short format, like I feel like I want like longer format videos, you know. And so because it's a short format platform, you can edit longer videos on it, like it's totally fine. But like I keep getting like copyright for like like there's songs that are in open domain, and but they're like they're labeling it as copyright. So I'm like, I'm not really sure what, like, so I obviously don't want to get like a copyright like mark against my account, but I do like having like soft, you know, like instrumental type music while like not on, because it's not that it's like on, like I've added the music in like in post-production. Wow, look at me using movie terms. So like I've added the music later, and so I'm like, why are you telling me that I like the, you know, I don't know. So yeah, I also could, I think I can like, the thing is I hate to do this too. Like, you can AI generate music. I know, wild. And so, like, I could do that, but the thing is like, I am not a fan of generative AI. Like, I don't think that, like, art should be AI generated, and I think that music is art. So I have a hard time with that, you know? So, I'm not really sure, like, how to make it to where they don't get mad at me on the platform. So that is still a work in progress. So because of that, you might not see an ASMR-ish video come out from me for a while. But I would still like to do them. Because, like, honestly, like, they're pretty easy. They're not easy as far as editing. Like, they're easy to film. They are a pain in the butt to edit. Like, just an absolute pain. And so that's not, like, what I love to do. But if I, you know, have time at work and, like, then I have time at work and I can do it then, which is usually what I do. Like, I will be working on editing my videos while I'm at work, which is why I'm shooting this today before I go to work, so then I can edit while I'm at work and then send her off to be released, which is, I think, super exciting. So yeah, I would love to know what you guys would like to see. I have, like, a whole list of video ideas. I did not have my laptop pulled up, so maybe next time I should probably organize my thoughts a little bit, and have, like, this is what I want to talk about, this is what I want to talk about, this is what I want to talk about, and we can go from there. One cool, like, kind of, like, next step in the craft of diamond painting is a cross stitch conversion kit. My boss, his favorite artwork is called Skull with a Cigarette. It's a Vincent van Gogh painting, and it's a skeleton that's, like, smoking a cigarette, and the original art is only like 1 foot by, like, I think, like, 8 inches or something like that. Like, it's pretty small as far as, like, you know, artwork goes. But I found a cross stitch kit that was like $8. So I was like, okay. And it had, like, the DNC code, and I, like, it also has, like, the like, I wish it had, like, the number of stitches, like for each color, because then that would tell me how many drills, but it doesn't. So it just tells me, like, the number of skeins of each color. And so I kind of did, like, a bit of, like, a guesstimation situation, and I, like, put together, like, you know, like, in my I think it's like Diamonds USA or something like that. Like you can buy diamonds for diamond paintings in bulk. And so I found like the DNC colors, and I like put them like all in my cart, so that I can, you know, like figure out how much it was going to be. It was like I think like $64, which I also thought was, I was like, oh, okay, you know. Their resin drills, they looked, you know, pretty nice. We've got a couple of stragglers. I obviously haven't put my little, what you call it, 3D printed lid trays on these, because these are the new guys that I just got. Yeah, so I bought the canvases on Amazon, and so I just need to like buy the diamonds. I think I like won't buy the diamonds until I'm like ready to, you know, like do this project. So yeah, but my boss also, I had like a pair of angel wings that I diamond painted. They also were from Amazon, but I got them framed like a while ago. Like they've been just sitting around, and he offered to buy them, which I was like, oh, like that's really nice. And so he bought them, and yeah. So what else is going on? I also really, let me just collect my thoughts for a second. So yeah, the thing is like, I obviously want to finish it like before like I leave school, you know, which, but the thing is like with finals and everything happening, like I honestly haven't had time to like diamond paint at work like I have in the past. So yeah. But yesterday, I watched, Mulan, the animated and the live action, Mulan, and I was inspired to do this, because I saw someone do like an edit on TikTok, essentially like sharing their fanfic of Mulan. So the bad guy in Mulan, essentially like he was like in the this is specifically for the animated version, like he was like the only person who like treated her like as an equal. And also in the second Mulan, like they really infantilized her throughout the movie. And so like the fanfic is the bad guy from Mulan and Mulan, I think, in a relationship, right? And I was like, ooh, like that could be really good. The fanfic is originally in Portuguese, but it has been translated into English. So yeah, I'm excited to give that a watch, but I was wanting to like watch Mulan again from like this new like theory, because like some people may understand this and some people may not, but like sometimes like the idea of a fan fiction like doesn't occur to you until like someone else has thought about it and they're like, but what about this? And you're like, what? I never thought of that. And so that's kind of what happened with me. Like I was like a little like mind blown a little bit over the like idea of this fan fiction. And so I was like, I really want to watch Mulan. So yeah, we did. It was a great time. And that's, we also watched one of the, I think it's Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I was very into Pirates of the Caribbean growing up. Like I had like the Pirates of the Caribbean like soundtracks like on CD. But like more recent like Pirates of the Caribbean, like I haven't watched those, you know. But it was the one with the mermaids. So we didn't get the opportunity to finish it yet though, so like I think it was close to being finished but not quite. So we'll see if we watch more of that. But I also had like a really great conversation with my other coworker. So the thing is like I feel like I get along with pretty much all of my coworkers except for the older brother and occasionally the younger brother. And that's just because they have hot takes and they're like very misogynistic and like I obviously don't know how they're voted, but I think we can guess that they voted for the orange Cheeto man. So yeah, it kind of just puts a sour taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? Trying not to get my thingies wet from my condensation on my cup. Ooh, now we get orange. As I am doing this, I am finding this diamond painting a lot more enjoyable than I initially thought as I was like filling this thing in, or like as I was looking at them. Mostly because, let me put down this. So like if we can see, I hope you can see, the colors are so much brighter than what they look dull and dingy on here, but they are just like so much brighter and more vibrant on here, and I love that. I think it's way better. Oh, speaking of other things to do, I also have a paint by number that I need to finish, and I would love to do like a paint by number like TV watch party. I want to know what everybody is watching, and like that would be so exciting. The thing is I also don't know how like if we're watching something together and doing commentary, like I also don't know how that works with like, because I obviously see people do it all the time, right? And so like I don't know how that works with with like copyright. But I would love to do like a Passion Flicks watch party. Passion Flicks is a streaming platform that like they also like make their own movies and like TV shows. They did the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and also they just came out with this really cute one. It's like the Black Dagger Brotherhood series is a little bit, it's not X-rated, but it is like there's a good amount of nudity in it. So I don't know how that would do as far as like I obviously have like the settings set for my channel to be like, you know, this is not for children, you know, because I want to be like candid, and genuine, and like, you know, I talk about adult topics and opinions and like, you know, my beliefs on here for the most part, and I don't want that stuff like to be shown to kids, you know. Anyway, so like if we did a watch party, like I don't necessarily want to like show that, you know, like nudity and things like that. So yeah. I also so maybe it would just be like more of like me painting, and then like, so you could see me in the painting, and then you would see my reactions to certain parts, and maybe I could like include timestamps or like, you know, kind of explain what's going on. Like you guys wouldn't see like the screen exactly of what's happening, you know, but like, yeah, I don't know. It depends. But what are like some of the things you guys are watching? Since I do have like more time on my hands, like I really am like enjoying, like streaming, TV shows and like watching, you know, new things. I'm in a bit of a gap right now of not knowing what to watch. I just finished the second season of Deadlock, which is an Australian TV show about these two detectives. And if you haven't seen season 1, I loved season 1. See, it's like, it's kind of like a dark comedy, kind of. It's very good in my opinion. And it's about like them trying to find this serial killer. And then the second season, at the end of the first season, they go like her partner has, one of the detectives, her previous partner, was killed, and they are wanting to solve his murder. And I like, it also was just like very funny. I feel like they kind of like, they made it to where like they could wrap it up, like, you know, like there is not going to be a season 3 if I were to guess. But like season 1 I feel like was very popular. I think it's on Prime. If I have a correction, I will put it up there. But yeah, editing Margaret will double check me. Also, it is so interesting to be like, oh, future Margaret, remember to do this, or do this, or do this, you know? Like, honestly, I wish I could do this, like, all the time. To just be like, oh, remember to do that, you know? Because sometimes, like, my brain just don't remember those things. So, yeah. We finished this color. I think we're going to be moving on to a blue next, like a teal blue. But it's 11:29 and my alarm is about to go off to head to work. So I honestly think that we might have to just stop here. Even though Alexa, stop. Even though I don't necessarily want to stop here. I would like to keep going and finish my mandala so that at the end I can just be like, oh my gosh, look at my mandala, but this is how far we got. I think it's very nice. Like I said, I think the colors are way better as you're going. But yeah, I also have another TV show recommendation as I'm wrapping things up here, is Scarpetta. Netflix or Amazon. I will also put it right here where Scarpetta is at. It was so good. The cast, A-level cast. And like it has the mom from Freaky Friday. It has that Australian actress. I'll put her name up here. Very good cast. She's a coroner. And she has to there's like either a copycat killer or like a serial killer from like early on in her career is like back and like doing his thing. And so yeah, I was like, I love murder mysteries. Those are really my jam. I really enjoy those. So if anybody has any recommendations, please let me know, because I would love to hear what everybody either is watching or is obsessed with, has been obsessed with, like the TV shows that you wish you could watch for the first time again. Those are the ones that I want. And if I've seen them before, I will let you know my thoughts. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here with me. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.